Hey guys, I'm still technically on my break from YouTube, but I just wanted to give a quick update because it is May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So I thought I'll do a Star Wars rant. And I know I don't have my microphone on me today, so I am just going to record this audio and try to fix it up in edit. So yeah, let's talk about Star Wars. Now, obviously, I am a fan of the original cut. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen a lot because I'm trying to see the framing. But, I'm a fan of the original cut of Star Wars. And I tend to when I watch Star Wars, I tend to watch the theatrical version. So the original theatricals pre 1997. So my choice to watch those are the limited edition 2006 releases, or the laser discs, or VHS. Now, obviously, there are other places out there unofficially. So you have 4K 77 and despecialized and stuff like that. But they're unofficial. You're not technically meant to be getting those. But I can understand that you're trying to preserve, and I can understand that downloading it that way is kind of needed to preserve the art form that has been essentially erased at this point. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Star Wars, as I said. And why do I love the original Star Wars? Well, when I first watched Star Wars, I had watched it in the post 1997 era, so after Lucas had made all those changes. And I was kind of annoyed to know that I hadn't officially watched the original version. And to me, it felt like, hey, well, I haven't truly experienced Star Wars until I've experienced it the way it was theatrically released. So it kind of annoyed me that I didn't experience it that way. So I went out, found a copy, and luckily the limited editions were out there, and they came out a couple of years later, but also VHS before that. So I did re-experience them, and I just enjoyed the original cut of the movie. And it actually felt like a better overall movie. It felt less cartoony and more gritty. And that's what I liked about Star Wars. I liked that it was more gritty and that it was more what's the word for it? It's more dark, I would say. Especially The Empire Strikes Back. Like, yeah, some of the edits make it more kid friendly, but some of the darker edits in the original cut, like, it just worked better. And yes, The Empire is probably the least altered of the three. I mean, also little things like Yub Nub at the end of episode 6. That's also another thing. But yeah, I thought I'd come on May the 4th. Now, before we go, let's talk about the prequels as well. Yeah, the prequels, I actually kind of enjoy the prequels more than the original trilogy, just because Disney and also Lucas have done so much damage to the original trilogy in terms of not putting out the theatrical cut, the original intention, the original release of the movie, that I feel like those movies are not the official releases, and you can't even see those in 4K officially. So I tend to prefer when I watch Star Wars, I tend to prefer the prequel trilogy. Now, Phantom Menace is not the worst movie. I think Phantom Menace it gets a bad rap because too much Jar Jar. But, overall, I think it's not a terrible movie. And also the double-ended lightsaber of Darth Maul, like, come on, that is a cool scene. Obviously, Attack of the Clones is kind of Attack of the Clones, I guess. But, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which it'll be Revenge of the Fifth tomorrow. That's a good movie. Like, nothing is wrong with like, it has one of the best lightsaber battles in any Star Wars movie, hands down. And it also has one of the best fight scenes between Sidious and Yoda. So that's one of the best fighting scenes in Star Wars. And then you also have you have the sequel trilogy as well, which we don't talk about. But you look at something like The Last Jedi. And The Last Jedi is considered controversial. And to me, yes, it is controversial, but it's not as controversial watching it again and again. Like, yes, it is completely against everything that Star Wars stood for. And there are things where probably Princess Leia flying through space was a bit of a stretch. I mean, I laughed my ass off in the cinema watching that. And then I was watching it back now, I'm kind of like, you know what? They tried to do something different. And then you get to episode 9, and it's just like, somehow Palpatine's returned. And it's like, well, shit, they're all out of ideas, it looks like. Sorry for swearing. But you know what I mean? It's like bringing back Sidious was just a phone in, we don't know what to do, so let's just bring back the bad guy from the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. So it felt like them phoning it in, and they tried to correct course because they killed Snoke in episode 8. But hey, they should have done something they should have stuck the course instead of collapsing to fan pressure. And if they had stuck the course, yes, the fans would have probably still hated it. but I don't think they would have hated it as much as episode 9 because people would have said, okay, I can at least understand where that was going. But anyways, guys, I'm just ranting on about Star Wars, and this is a shorter video. I'm still technically on the break from YouTube. I'm still technically break, but I'm thinking about doing some sort of show on this YouTube channel, so like a relaunch of sorts. I don't know what the relaunch is going to be. I'm thinking of a few names. I'm also thinking of a template, but I'm thinking weekly formats, so that's probably what this is going to be moving forward. But for right now, I'm on break, and I will get back to you when I actually have a plan in place and when I figure it out. Just want to come on here because it's Star Wars Day, and I want to be a part of Star Wars Day. Peace out. May the 4th be with you, and I'll catch you when I'm back. Peace.